Hi everyone, it's me Spring, the fiber enthusiast, and welcome to the channel. Today's stitch tutorial is going to be the linked double crochet. Okay, and for this I just used some scrap yarn that I had, and it is I think that it's Windtuck. I can't remember. It's a vintage yarn. Anyway, I did a few rows, and I just want to show you the difference in the rows. You can see these lines that go across here. That is what links the stitches together, is those lines. Now, to get those lines to go on the same side every row, you would have to start every row from the same side and end on the same side. Otherwise, your rows will have a line and then what looks like just regular double crochet, and then a row of lines, and then again, it alternating back and forth as to how, you get this pattern within these double crochets. Those are your links. That's what's linking it together. So here is the swatch that I did, just so that way you can see. It's a dense fabric. You don't have a lot of gaps. There's still a little bit, of course, but there's not a lot of big gaps between the stitches. So let's go ahead and zoom down in and get into it. So if you want to follow along with me, I just chained a total of 14. I'm using a worsted weight yarn. This is some acrylic yarn that I played around with dyeing a while back. Nothing too fancy about it at all in any way, shape, or form. I'm just using a 5.5 millimeter hook, and let's get started. So for a general double crochet, you have a chain 2 or a chain 3. Chain 3 is generally where people go, and that's where we're going to go with it. So we're going to skip that very first chain, and I'm going to zoom down in so that way you can see it better. I am working into the spine or the back of the chain, these bumps on the back. All right, so we're going to do our very first one, our setup. You're going to skip this first one and go into your second one. Yarn over and pull up a loop, 2 loops on your hook. You're going to go into the next one and yarn over, pull up a loop. 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, you're going to go through 2, and you're going to yarn over and you're going to go through 2 more. That is your very first linked double crochet. Now we're going to go into this horizontal bar. So if we turn our work so that way it's like this, because we're working into the chain that direction. That bar is almost diagonal / horizontal. It gets more and more horizontal as we go. And I'll show you right here one more time. These bars right along here, they get very horizontal as we go. That is what we're working into. So we have this top loop up here, this vertical, and then this horizontal. You're going to swing your hook around and stick it into that horizontal loop. Yarn over and pull up a loop. That's 2 loops on your hook. So we only need 1 more. And that means that we need to go down here to this chain and pick up our next chain stitch. And yarn over and pull up a loop. So now we have our 3 loops, which will create our double crochet. You're going to yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. That's your double crochet. One more time, you're going to skip down to this horizontal loop, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then go to your chain, your very next available chain, and yarn over, pull up a loop. 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, go through 2, and yarn over, go through 2. So you can see how those bars right there are becoming more and more horizontal as I am going out the chain. I'm going to go ahead and continue to the end of the chain, a little bit in camera and a little bit off camera, and then I will come back and show you how to do the next row, which is an important part. Okay, so I've made it to the end. You can now see all of those little horizontal bars going across. Now we're going to chain 2 and turn our work. So chain 1 and 2 and turn your work. Loosen some of this yarn up here. Okay, so now we're going to skip our very first, that chain was really cruddy. Hold on just a second, let me get a better chain. 1 and 2. Turn your work. You're going to skip that very first bump, very first chain, and we're going to go into the second one. Yarn over and pull up a loop. That's 2 loops. All we need is 1 more to create a double crochet. So we skip our very first stitch that chain's coming from, and we're going to go to the very next one. Yarn over and pull up a loop. There's our 3 loops. Now we can finish this as a double crochet. Yarn over and go through 2. Yarn over, go through 2 more. Let's do that again. We're going to insert our hook down into that horizontal bar. Yarn over and pull up a loop. And now we need to jump over to get that third one, just as we were doing before. Yarn over, go through 2. Yarn over, go through 2. So that's all we're doing to create the linked double crochet. I will be doing a treble crochet tutorial coming up probably the week after this is released. We shall see. Okay, so have you ever used the linked double crochet in a project? If you have, please let me know down in the comments section what you used it for. How did you like it? If you've never seen or done the linked double crochet, I would love to hear from you as well. What do you think of this particular stitch? Would you try a swatch and see if it's something you would like to do in a bigger project? Or is this something that you have tried and don't really care for? That's understandable too. It's a good thing we're all different, right? All right, everyone. I am going to wrap this up. I hope that everybody has a wonderful day. Be blessed, be a blessing, and until next time, bye for now, everyone.